Hey guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build and to another installment of the squish. I realize I haven't explained in a very long time what the squish is, so if there was anyone that has jumped in that is new and is like, what is she on about? So here on the channel, we refer to tiny homes as the squish because you're squishing a bunch of items into a small space and trying to still make it functional with as much in there as possible. So that's what we're doing here today. I build a lot of tiny houses on the channel, and I feel like it's been a while since I just was like, you know what, let's build a tiny house that doesn't particularly have a strong theme. I just want to mess around and see what happens and have fun with it. And so that's what I'm doing here today. And I'm using a little bit of the tool mod by Twisted Mexi. That's how I went ahead and rotated these like decorative column-esque pieces that we got from Get Famous. I think that's where those ones are from. Or actually though, those ones are the Eco Lifestyle ones. We've gotten similar ones with a few different packs now. So that's how those are rotated, but that's the only time I think I use tool in this build. But I will have a link in the description down below if you're interested in checking out the tool mod or downloading it. It's a really nifty tool. And it allows you to like rotate things, move things, raise them, lower them, and it's a bit of fun. I've also really been wanting to build on this lot in Brindleton Bay because it's one I haven't built on a lot. It's towards the downtown area, right on the docks, and I just think it's a really cool lot. Originally, I think there is like a refurbished warehouse type of build here, and I would like to do something like that, or shipping containers or something to that effect on this lot at some point. I do have some ideas, but in the meantime, I was just itching to build on this lot, so that's what I went ahead and did. I also had some fun with the landscaping since it's kind of tucked in here, and you could really do whatever you'd like. I did a combination of some of this grass terrain paint as well as, not terrain paint, grass like tiles that we got with Eco Lifestyle, as well as some of these Show Live Edit Objects planters, some trees. I tried to make it look like it had plenty of greenery but was also fake because it's placed in the middle here. I don't know if I achieved that, but it was fun to do. And of course I have a little carport as well with a little car in there. Speaking of which, we got a new trailer today, a new gameplay trailer for the Star Wars pack. So obviously the original announced trailer came out last week. A lot of us weren't too excited about it, and then the gameplay trailer came out today like usual. And I feel like I didn't learn much more from that, but there is an item in it that I didn't see in the other trailer. And it looks like a drivable space car thing. I posted about it over on Twitter if you want to see what I'm talking about. And I'm just curious if this is going to be an item that works like brooms from Get. Not every pack has Get in the title, Tanya, but if it's going to work like brooms do from Realm of Magic, where you just kind of disappear off into the sky and fly around, or if it's, you know, a version of a car we're getting. Like, what if we're getting cars in the update right before this pack comes out? That would be amazing. I'm not expecting it, but it got me thinking about it, seeing this little spaceship that's somewhat car-like. It kind of looks like a hovercraft, something like that. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think that would be a really cool addition to the game, of course. But if we're getting that and it's drivable and we're not getting cars in the game, I mean, how many more different transportation types are we going to get before we get cars? If we ever get cars. And I know there's a lot of you guys that don't want cars, and that's totally fine. I'm just really curious if they are going to add it. And if they're not, why we keep getting other forms of transportation and not cars. I know it's a difficult thing for The Sims 4 because, you know, the worlds don't look like they were ever made to have functioning cars in them, but I assumed it would probably work something like The Sims 2, where you kind of just disappear off the lot with the car and or just like back up into the street or what have you. I just think it would be a cool thing to have in the game. But anyway, we are on the interior here now. I did go with a Murphy bed, and then this is the kitchen space using these counters from Island Living. So obviously from the outside, I was going for a very modern look with this home, and I brought that to the inside as well. And with that, a bit of a, you know, not muted, but limited color palette. So I'm using a lot of blacks, whites, grays, and I also brought in this navy blue that I used on the outside of the house, and I had that as a bit of an accent color. So we have a blue fridge, there is the blue couch attached to the Murphy bed, the blue backsplash in the kitchen, and I feel like this is just something I've enjoyed doing for a lot. I used to use too much navy blue in builds, and I feel like it's coming back a little bit. I've worked on a few builds in the last couple of days, and I just can't stop adding blue to them, mostly navy blues. So there'll be a little bit of a resurgence of things I used to do years ago over the course of this week, which is kind of exciting because I feel like I haven't been as obsessed with blue lately, and then all of a sudden the last couple days I'm like, oh my god, it's blue, it looks great. And so yeah. But I do have some bigger builds coming. I'm very excited. There is one that you guys have no idea about. There is one that I started on stream weeks ago that I'm hoping to finish soon, and another one that's from stream as well. So if you'd ever like to see sneak peeks of some of the builds coming, some of the builds each week I do stream over on Twitch first. So there is also a link in the description down below over to my Twitch channel and also to my second channel here on YouTube where I upload all of those stream VODs. So if you're interested in that, I do a lot of content over there. Most of it comes over here eventually, but if you want a sneak peek or see some of the stuff that doesn't make its way over here, that is a cool place to check it out. And I love hanging out with you guys live. It is so much fun just chatting and building together. Anyway, this build was not done live. This is something I've been working on over the past couple of days that was just a bit of fun to sit back and relax and casually do this kind of in the middle of the night during a chat with one of my friends on Discord. But anyway, I have a little bit of a desk space over here. I wanted to make sure that you had everything you needed. There isn't an indoor dining table, but there is the island space you can eat at, and I believe I add a table outside as well. But inside you have the Murphy bed, the couch. There ends up being a TV that I put on this desk in addition to the computer, which you should be able to sit down and watch from various places in this home. Adding some blue flowers. I really went all out with the color scheme of black, white, gray, and blue. I don't know why, but I'm not mad at it. I kind of like it. So hopefully you guys do too. I also really love this rug from Fitness Stuff. I don't use it that often, but I did use it in this build. I think it's such a fun rug. I just feel like it's sometimes hard to use in a variety of builds. And here is the bathroom. I think this is the first time in a very long time that I didn't use the shower from university. I also really love the shower that came with Jungle Adventure. It's one of my favorites because it's so modern looking, and if you don't want the fancy tiles on the back, you can just shove it into the wall a little bit with Move Objects, and it just looks like this beautiful glass shower. And this was the layout for bathrooms I used to use the most often before we got the university shower, where I could have the 3x1 bathroom. This was the layout I would go for. So that was kind of fun returning to this one today and doing something a little bit different than I have done recently, and going back to some old favorites and just playing around and experimenting. So yeah, if you guys would like to download this build, by the way, it is on the gallery if you search my origin ID, which is Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag #MissGryphi, and I will have all of that linked in the description down below, as well as a direct download link to the gallery website if it's easier for you to grab it there. But here I am just placing that table and chairs outside I had mentioned, so you can have a dining space out here. There's also a lounger to go ahead and relax in, and a barbecue. And I believe, yeah, the trash can and the mailbox are out front, so all set on that. Didn't forget them this time, which is exciting because I forget them quite often. But I think that's pretty much it for this build, just double checking everything and adding some final, finishing touches. And we're going to be heading on into screenshots, so I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'd honestly love to have you guys join us. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.